what's happening in Gunpowder Milkshake without spoiling too much?
Everything is happening. We have action scenes, it's comedy, it's drama, it's colorful, it's women kicking ass and taking names.
How does a normal day as a professional assassin look like?
Well, you have to get your 8 hours sleep, you know, and then you wake up, you have to go to have a healthy breakfast, I think. And then you have to be in a certain zen mode, so when the action starts, you're ready to go.
And the killing.
Yeah, when the killing starts, you have to be
very
zen.
with yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of yoga.
Ich würde gerne ein paar Bücher ausleihen. Komm.
Are there any do and don'ts if you mess up with Sam, who actually she really looks like Karen Gillan. She reminds me very much.
She is. Karen Gillan and Sam. I mean, they bear a very close resemblance. Do and don'ts. I mean, don't mess.
Actually, don't mess with her.
Don't mess with her.
That's rule number one.
Don't be her mom until you ask for forgiveness.
Okay.
And then you can be her mom again. Don't be Paul Giamatti. That's also a hazard that comes with the profession.
Sam, she works for the firm.
Yes.
And are there any advice if I want to work for the firm too? What do I have to do?
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't, look for a job right now. After everything that happened in the first movie.
Yes.
Maybe you should see if in the sequel there may be more opportunities there. Right now the firm is got a target on its back, so I would look for a job in a library maybe.
Ich habe sie seit 15 Jahren nicht gesehen. Mom! Dann besorgen wir dir mal ein gutes Buch.
I was 100% sure that Gunpowder Milkshake is a comic book that I haven't read. It's like Kick-Ass or, I don't know, Batman, everything together. And then I read it and it's not a comic book yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was an original idea that we had and we played, and I think I have to give credit to the picture company and Studio Canal for jumping on board on an original idea that wasn't a known IP. But it certainly has the look of a graphic novel, I think, with all the colorful scenes that we were able to shoot, and yeah, maybe it's a good idea. You just pitched it. Go do it, Daniel. Let's start working on it.
I'm really bad in drawing, so you wouldn't sell one comic if
we have to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Is there a recipe of a Gunpowder Milkshake? What's inside? What do you have to put in?
I think we've tried many recipes for the milkshake you see on screen. I know that's not exactly your question, but I think an Oreo milkshake would pretty much look like a Gunpowder Milkshake, because of the little pieces.
Oh, okay.
But I think Karen and all the women had the same question, and they had terrific answers. I'm a little boring when it comes to my milkshakes. I need my vanilla milkshake.
Sam, deine Talente werden gebraucht. Jemand hat uns bestohlen.
You shot a lot of scenes in Germany, in Berlin?
Yeah, the whole movie was shot in Berlin and in Studio Babelsberg in Potsdam. I'm German, don't speak the language, but I'm working on it. I have a special connection to Germany and to Berlin. And I was looking for something that would be almost like a fantasy world. And I think Berlin has that. Berlin has these old monumental buildings and new ones, and you have buildings from the Cold War even, so it's kind of this combination of old and new and very old and big and small. And I think when you, on top of it, you bring all this American cast and your English speaking cast, and you put them in Germany, it creates something even more confusing on like, where is this? And I think that was part of the heightened reality where the movie is taking place. Like, you can leave reality out the door, you can come and enjoy the movie as it is, like a fantasy.
Wer ist so verrückt, die Firma zu bestehlen?
Without spoiling too much, but there are the librarians, and they actually reminded me of the three witches of Macbeth. somehow, but then they actually really kick ass.
Yeah.
Do you have a special connection with librarians? Did you didn't bring back your book or something? Or because
Yeah, well-
I think Sam comes with this,
yeah.
and I've heard this is the original one. we
Yeah,
see
you actually
in
have the
movie.
original one, so take good care of it.
I'm not sure if I can keep it. Oh, can I keep it? No,
Try.
I'm not sure. Try. Actually, I can try once and then I'm dead, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in libraries. I didn't enjoy sitting in a class too much, so I got a pass. Most of my childhood, I just read sci-fi and fantasy books in the library, and the librarians became almost like my teachers. And I always found that profession to be fascinating because they're almost like these sheriffs of their towns. Like, they have the rules, you have to obey them. And when we were trying to come up with what would be the alter egos of these assassins, and an library was just the obvious choice, because books, if you hide weapons inside books, you have all this another layer of symbolism where books is knowledge, knowledge is weapon, and so forth. And the movie also has this journey where you start with weapons inside books, but when you go to the end, and I don't want to spoil, people should look what's inside the last book. Like, what's the message?
Ist es erledigt?
Kleine Planänderung. Sie haben ein 8-jähriges Mädchen. Ich kann es nicht seinem Schicksal überlassen.
I have to be honest with you. You didn't know, but I had 3 auditions for Gunpowder Milkshake.
Really?
Yeah, I was called by the wonderful German casting director Cornelia von Braun. And she called me and she gave me the audience for, no spoiler, I'm not in the movie. But actually I had 3, it was the first time I could cast for 3 characters. It was the guy looking for a shoe.
Mr. McAllister! I got it!
It's actually at the beginning of the movie, a very epic scene. Then,
Very epic scene. It's one of the most important roles in the movie.
and I didn't get the job. The cook in the restaurant.
Excuse me, can I help you?
No, we're good, thanks.
Sempre questa americani.
Look, you didn't lose that job. That job is like that guy is our visual effects supervisor. So,
Oh wow! So even that guy gets the one
so
instead
no,
of me.
That guy is French.
Okay.
It's
But
French.
Actually, Cornelia von Braun called me and said it's a bit Italian stereotype to call you, but you want to do it. And I like everything. And the third one was the henchman who opens the door to a girl with cookies.
Sir, it's a Girl Scout. Should we buy some cookies?
No.
Yeah,
You didn't really lose any of those
Yeah,
roles. Yeah, we casted people. Yeah, don't
way
worry.
way older than me.
Way older.
Really quick, you are actually planning to work on Gunpowder Milkshake too?
We are writing it, and we love what's happening, and it's going to be wonderful. It's just a matter of, can we find a moment in time where all this amazing cast can come together, and we just need the stars to align again. But knock on wood, it will happen.
And maybe then I have some castings too.
Yeah, you're going to be a waiter bringing shoe for a girl with cookies.
Great, I take that role.
Done deal.
No, but thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel. Pleasure.
Es gibt keinen Menschen auf der Erde, mit dem ich lieber Leute umbringe.
Danke, Mom.
Bist du eine Serienkillerin?
Was?
Du bringst Menschen um.
Ja,
Und wenn du mehr als einen umbringst, ist das eine Serie.
etwas komplizierter ist es schon.